Hey guys, feels good to be back making videos. Honestly, I've been riding since my last video, but unfortunately, I've been having an issue with my Cena. It keeps lifting up, so there's no contact, so no sound has been going through, unfortunately. But let's hope, cross our fingers, and hope that it happens this time. Because it would suck. Hey, what do you think about my mohawk? Look, I'm gonna look to the left. You're right. My right, your left. Hope I got that right. Oh gosh. I got a tanker in front of me. I don't want to get too close. I don't want to be in its blind spot. Oh, the nose zone. That's one of the things that I've learned a long time ago from autocrossing, street racing. Try to keep yourself visible. No, of course, I'm talking about cars. I'm not talking about motorcycle. I don't have any other experience but what you guys seen from my first video till now. That's all my riding experience. I don't have anything else. Well, I mean, if you want to count, when I was 12 years old, I had a scooter. My dad bought a scooter, and it was 75cc, if I remember correctly. I don't even remember what brand it was, or what model, whatever. But I do, being 12 years old, I do remember back then that my mom, every time she needed something from the store, I would always volunteer. I was always like, "I'll go, Mom." I'd grab the keys, hop on the scooter, and go to the mom and pop store nearby. That was pretty fun. For a 12-year-old, that's pretty fun. At the same time, you're helping your mother, and didn't realize back then, but you're actually getting some balancing experience, and that was pretty cool. I was sad when my dad had to sell it, but we were not rich. Ow, fuck! Something just hit me in the neck. Ow. If that was a bug, good God, I hurt. Oh, anyway, I was sad when my dad sold it for money. Of course, there was no other reason, because that was my get around vehicle for a 12-year-old. Yeah, it was pretty fun. But anyway, I come from a father that he always had muscle cars around him, like there were always Mustangs, and I'm not talking about no Fox body and nothing like that. I'm talking about the actual 68, 69, 70 Mustangs, And I remember my dad having I believe it was 70 fastback, and it had a 351. I think it was either I can't remember if it was Windsor or Cleveland. I don't want to lie about that. Absolutely not. But that thing would just, God. Let me tell you one thing, okay? This is how money was invested. The car looks ugly, okay? It looks ugly. But all the money was invested in the drivetrain. And it was a street legal car. And this back in the early 80s, mid 80s, it would take on anything on the street, just about anything. I'm not going to claim that it was the fastest thing, no way. But it ran. Hell, I remember one time my dad did a pull so hard that the hood came on latch and lifted right up. I was probably 4 or 5 years old. I'll never forget that. And then at the same time as that hood came up, my dad's pulling off to the shoulder. That's a light pole. And he couldn't see, so he barely tapped the light pole with the passenger side headlight, the fender, so he messed up the fender and all that. But my dad, he always had spare part. I just lifted up because from far ahead, I saw debris on the road, and it looks to be, oh my God, it's a fucking barrel. Who the fuck loses a barrel? Like, seriously. But anyway, yeah, Always surrounded by muscle cars. My dad, he's had Camaros and he's had just about everything out there. But those were my favorites, the Mustangs, the 68, 69, 70 Mustangs. And not too long ago, a friend of mine posted on Facebook and he tagged me. He posted a picture of a 73 fastback. And he was like, guys, can somebody on here tell me what this is? And as soon as I got done reading, I posted on there, it's this and this and that. And he was like, damn. That was too goddamn fast of an answer, pretty much. You talk about my favorite vehicle, I'll recognize it, you know. I'll just look at a corner of a bumper, I'll tell you what year it is, you know. My second favorite vehicle is 85 Mazda RX-7s, you know, the first gens. And the reason I say 85, because my first RX-7 was an 85. And so was my second and my third. Now my fourth one was a 91. I say was because it still have it, but thinking about selling it just because I ain't got the time nor the money to invest in it. I have three vehicles. I have my pickup truck, Ford F-150, and I also have a 2013 M50 Boulevard, which you guys have seen me riding in. And of course I have an 85 Mazda RX-7, but it's not stock. That thing's got the heartbeat of a second-gen turbo 2 RX-7. According to my good buddy Kevin, his estimate is about 400 horsepower. Horsepower at 16 psi, which is not too shabby, man. It's not too bad. Right now, unfortunately, I can't drive it around. My turbo manifold found out not too long ago that it had a crack right on the weld. But I'm thinking of having it redone and upping the boost. So I'm gonna have to upgrade injectors and. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. Upgrade injectors and obviously a whole new exhaust manifold. And the reason it's cracked is it's not that, you know, my buddy had nothing to do with that. I bought that a long time ago before I even had met him. And I bought it off of eBay. And that was the big mistake. Metal was so damn thin. And I knew eventually that was going to happen, but it did last a little longer than I expected, however, but I really wish it you know, I never had bought that. That was a waste of $250. Yes, $250 freaking dollars for a piece of crap exhaust manifold. You know, that's kind of stuff that you might want to have custom made. And, you know, at the time, the reason I bought it at the time, I didn't have the facilities to be able to do custom, and like I said, I didn't know my buddy. But that was one of the things that when he worked on my car, he had it for 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks maybe, and he was supposed to do only so much work because of my financial situation at the time, and he ended up doing so much crap to that car, man. I mean, he worked on electronic, he worked on the motor, I believe he worked on the tranny as well, I can't remember. He definitely worked on the rear end, and he was trying to make a comeback, man, so he did me all that favor, and that was so awesome of him. I was, you know, I never told him this, but when the day that he gave me, or the night that he gave me the car back, I took it for a spin, and I got back home, and I realized I had tears running down my face, and I was not crying. I was just overly excited because I've had that car for like 3 years prior to finally being able to drive it, and I've probably put maybe right under or right a little above 1,000 miles on it since I've had it. And yes, I've had it since '09, and here it is, 2015. Anyway, that's that. I'm a car enthusiast. What can I say? I just started into motorcycling, and it is so much fun. It's so much fun. Lately, I've been following and watching Do It With Dan's videos, and I tell you that, man, that's one heck of a guy, man. I'd like to meet him in person. The kind of guy you want to go and hang out with. I appreciate your videos. They're awesome, dude.